Alright, let's do the thing. So nobody told me what we're doing here. That ship Varsina told us about, that belongs to the captain. Its power source was stolen. And what, the thief came here? I don't think so, but Grimm said he got his power source from here. He didn't say it would be this hot, though. I told you it's magical. This is unbearable, though. You want to get back to Northwall? Then it's up Mount Flarus we go. The mountainside is literally on fire, Varsina. That's what the ward is for. You can't douse these flames with water or with ice magic. Suven. He holds up the elemental ward. Bogow! The ward will put out any fires blocking our way. Only use it when you have to, though. Its power is limited. Which is completely untrue. You could put out every damn fire you want with it. Alright, so these guys mostly just hit you with Molten Pound. But they've got a super cool thing where under 50% health, they restore themselves back to full. So, you gotta either hit them with Deadly Wound to stop their healing, stun them to stop them from healing, or just kill them super duper quick. Alright, I'm gonna make an attempt at killing this guy super duper quick. And we'll... I get 2 attacks, that should be fine. Yeah, that's cool. This guy, however, I will go ahead and... Let's just get 3 moves coming up. We'll just Deadly Wound him. If he does try to heal, we'll just go ahead and stop that shit. Yeah. So, normally I would transfer Varsina into some other form, because she's significantly more effective when in other forms. But most of her damaging abilities are fire-related, and not as useful against a lot of these enemies. Now her ice abilities are still quite useful, but transforming into Despair does not make them do any more damage. So for these very simple, kind of early fights, mostly I'll probably just keep her in a normal form, unless I need her to change for something. A storage capsule. Receive blueberries. I'm surprised it can stand the heat. Yes, they are quite durable, but it means someone from Elblum is here. Is that bad? Maybe. Depends who. Going to Talana, because I really want her to have more magic. Because the thing is, the more magic she has, the less I have to spend time getting it back up with, like, Lunar Rage or using mana drafts. Receive blueberries. Someone sure likes these. They're grown in Elblum. Surely you've noticed they aren't just normal fruit. I have. Who grows them? Someone that has no business being on Flarus. Love it. I noticed that treasure chest there, so there's kind of a larger puzzle that connects to the rest of this dungeon. And you can see it in this room here. You pop over here, and there's a little thing on the wall, right? What's this? It's a puzzle board. What's so bad about that? Obviously someone put it here, and I think I know who. Who? If we put together the puzzle, it'll unlock some kind of magical seal. Do we want to do that? No way to know what will happen unless we try. This sort of thing is usually just a fancy kind of safe. Someone wanted to hide something. What do we have here? Ah, puzzle piece! Great, let's put it on the puzzle board. Looks like this piece fits right here. So that's the deal. There's 6 puzzle pieces hidden throughout the dungeon that you can come back and put this together and get kind of a super reward. And some of the pieces are just lying around. Some of them are rewards for solving other puzzles. For example, this bad boy here. Now you can actually get yourself stuck here, and there is a little Easter egg if you manage to do it. But I think I will leave that for other people to discover. Now there's no way to get both items that I am aware of, so you have to get one, reset the room, come back and do the other. Because once you move a boulder, you can't move it again. You push it once and it says, nope, won't budge. So let's see. I need to do that, and that, and that, and take my reward. So I get some experience for solving a puzzle piece, and a ring of mobility. Which I'm going to give to Suven, because it prevents stuns, and he has the ability to remove stuns with Cleanse. So that's sort of my protection against being stunned. So the way this dungeon works is actually just a whole bunch of show picture commands that triggers depending on where you step. Wait, look. That leads to the heart of Mount Flarus. I assure you, Captain Grimm got his power source from there. So this is me. I really wanted to create a thing where, like, you can see where you're supposed to be going later, but you can't actually get there just yet. Why? There's a large dais that's held in place by magic. It's a focal point for the energy from this place. So, just trust me, that's where we're headed, and it's going to be dangerous. Now, you notice the battle rate, not terribly high. Part of that is because if you want to backtrack for that puzzle board, I didn't want to punish the shit out of you by making you get into a crapload of battles. Some of it's just because they're kind of short screens, so there's not a lot of room to take very many steps. So this one, I guarantee a bunch of people are typically going to miss this puzzle thing because it kind of looks like that's just the edge of the map, right? But the rest of the game, I've prompted people along by showing that edges of maps don't just sort of go off into fields in the middle of nowhere. So both of these actually lead to this area that you saw earlier when you first walked by. So that's your hint that this is actually somewhere you can go. Most people figure it out, but I think it's something easy to miss on your first pass. Be careful. Those living flames are protected by powerful fire magic. They're passive unless disturbed, but if you don't hit them with some kind of ice attack, they'll keep flaring their protection back up. So I think they take like 99% reduced damage, and they don't do anything unless you attack them. But the first time you attack them, that kind of brings them to life, and they'll start hitting you with stuff. So that little flame on the right, I do not want to hit until I'm ready to deal with it. And until then, I'm just going to deal with other people's shit. Now, I think Talana can handle the Lava Fiend, but the Fire Spirit has a 30% chance to dodge attacks. So that's generally better held by magic. So I'm going to have Suven and Varsina take care of the Fire Spirit, and Talana take care of the Lava Fiend. And when that's all done, I'll hit the little fire dude. So this is kind of good practice on prioritizing your targets. She will get another action. And since she's just working on him on her own, I'll just do Frenzy. He resists the physical damage, but she should do enough that it won't be too much of an issue. Oh, he's actually not about to go. I could just start working the Living Flame, because Heaven's Wrath is an ice attack. So although he becomes active, I believe Varsina should be able to finish off the Fire Spirit on her own. So this should be okay. Yeah, super cool. And then I'll do that. Because once you take down the Fire Shield, they're really easy to kill. They have low health and low defense. I really like this puzzle. So you walk in here and you're like, cool. Bum, 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 bum. Little Simon Says for you, right? Bum, 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 bum. You get some super cool things. I believe that's the last puzzle piece. Yep, because I've already put one in, and there's 5. So I have all my necessary puzzle pieces. Now the Mage's Mask is generally designed for Varsina, but does not have to be for her. So I'm going to throw it on her, though, so she gets a bit of an upgrade. Ah, yes, the Cloak of Regen. So I think I'm going to throw that on here, and I'll keep those Swift Boots aside for now. And maybe I will use my Flask of Regrowth to top Varsina back up. Alright, so we know that those two guys are just going to sit there and not really do too much till I mess with them. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's Regrowth Flask Varsina. I'll use that to restore health. And let's... I could go Despair. I think for now it'll be alright if I just roll this shit, though. And we'll go into altered form, and this will cause her to ignore defenses, and we'll fuck up the Lava Fiend. And with her extra turn, probably just go ahead and restore some magic. Kind of start prepping up for the boss battle that I know is coming. Ah, conundrum. If I attack them, they are not gonna die. Although, I actually wonder if I can prevent their healing with a deadly wound. Let's find out. Nope. Because it's not technically a cure, it's an absorb, so... nobody has any ice attacks, though. Ah, you know what, though? I have ice stones. So I will hit this motherfucker. And now she can finish him off. And then Varsina gets the ice attack to bring down the other shield. So that should be super fine and dandy, and we'll just kill him at this point. Should be pretty close to a level, I would imagine. Maybe one more battle. Let's see here. 161, 44, and 55. Yep. One more of those battles will level me. Excellent! Exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, Sivan needs to build some TP. So we'll just have him cure her so that he can have a Heaven's Wrath, so he'll have an ice ability available. And we'll just, as long as Varsina's available, we'll just go ahead and break everyone out, so I can just focus on hitting people as necessary. I think Talana's gonna fuck up the Lava Fiend, and we'll probably... He's gonna get a turn first, though. Let's stun him. So that when his turn rolls around, he doesn't get to do anything. And we'll strip the last fire shield away. And we'll slow him. Cool, and the stun lasted long enough for me to now... Oh, he's low enough. Let's finish off a flame. No longer stunned, so we'll go ahead and fuck him up. Oh, not enough, huh? Well, that should do it. And then she can finish him off. And everybody gains a level! So Sivan can now make himself do more physical damage at the cost of, I think, holy abilities. And Varsina gets to dispel enemy shit, and Unburden basically transfers states from another party member to her, so that's a guilt ability. And Talana gets Piercing Strike, which eliminates enemy defenses. So it's basically like a buff for her, and for Suven if he wants to Righteous Strength himself. This kind of gives you the option of which way you want to go. Okay. I think we're going to leave those fire dudes alone. We'll have her Freezing Blast. And Suven has thankfully got enough to Heaven's Wrath. I wonder if Divine Burst would do it. Let's try it. Sweet. And let's just have you regen for now. Get your health back up, and then maybe rage again in a second. We'll just get generally TP. And then you need more TP so you can do an ice attack. And we'll just go ahead and have you get your magic back up to snuff. And now that we've sort of prepped everybody, fuck up fire spirits, and let's... Alright, we'll just try and hit the fire spirit. He has a chance to dodge, but it's not guaranteed. So we'll just see if we can kill the damn thing. Cool, and then we'll have Sivan do an ice attack, and Varsina do an ice attack. And that'll break everyone down, and then the next two attacks should kill them, and actually Talana gets 2 turns. Because she's got her Lunar Strength up, which gives her more agility. Fuck him up! Like a bouse. And there's only one more battle. Oh, I guess it's going to be right here. And this will be the last battle other than the boss for Mount Flarus. So we'll get maximum EXP. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be alright. I don't think I need it. So we'll just go fill in the puzzle board. It's a portrait of Galorand. Who are the other two? Disciples, I'm sure. Forebearers to your art, Suven. You get some extra experience for completing the puzzle, as well as a new accessory. It's one of Galorand's books. Must have been stolen from the guild's library in Elblum. The mistress will want that if you don't keep it. Now, I do really like it. It gives you Divine Shield, which lets you put a damage-absorbing shield on your party members, plus it's more magic attack. But, see, I'm not too concerned about the stuns. I do like the extra agility. Although, the way I like to do the boss stuns might be an issue. You know, as much as I really like it, I'm just going to hang on to it until I go back to Elblum. And then I'll pick up the shield ability there. I probably won't need it too much for this next battle anyway. I mean, you never really need it. It's an optional thing, so... I very much made sure that this game does not require optional things in order to complete it. So we will go walk up to where the boss is, and then we'll save and come back for the actual boss fight. Prepare yourself, Suven. This isn't going to be pretty. You've been really cryptic this whole time, Varsina. What is up ahead? You'll see. Just be prepared. And we'll go ahead and refresh. And for shites and giggles, we'll top Suven's magic off. Probably should have used my regrowth flask in one of those last battles to do that. Oh well. And we will be back for the boss fight.